good juju. We all need it, right?
JuJu Watkins has done everything and more.
Very poised play that we're seeing from JuJu Watkins to start the game.
Watkins just ripping and going with that nice step back.
This is your Inside Look. I'm your host, Holly Rowe, and we are bringing you the biggest and the best and the brightest, starting with JuJu Watkins. Hey, JuJu.
Hi, how are you?
I'm so excited. This will be so fun to chat with you. I'm starting at the very beginning, and I know you've done 100 other interviews, but this is the first time we've done together. So I love the story of where JuJu's not your real name.
My real name is Judea, so like everybody just kind of made that correlation. But then once I started playing basketball, it was just easier to call me that. I preferred it, and it just became a whole thing, I guess.
I love it. One of my good buddies was Juju Smith-Schuster that played at USC. So I'm like, no, we've had some Jujus there before. It's good. It's a good vibe.
Yeah, a lot of Juju history here at SC for sure.
I want to kind of start at the beginning because I'm really intrigued by this story I read about you being a 10-year-old and going to play in this tournament and then coming to your parents after and you guys kind of sitting down and mapping out your future so that you could gain more expertise on how to be a good basketball player. Will you take me and paint a picture of 10-year-old JuJu and her parents? Like, what was the plan? How did you plot out what's happening?
Yeah, I feel like prior to that whole intervention thing, I guess, my parents they were like, it's a hobby, like she'll be fine. Like they didn't really see the vision, you know? No, but I think I just wasn't good, honestly. And I think that I really decided that I wanted to do something with it since, I already had like the advantage of being tall and like athletic, just learning how to use that to the best of my abilities, but it also takes skill. So my parents both growing up, they both played. So there was a lot of knowledge there of the game and stuff like that. So I just told them like I was serious about it and I really wanted to pursue it. And once I had that conversation, that's when they kind of stepped in and was like, okay, let's really do this.
I think it's really cute because, a lot of kids have hobbies and a lot of kids are doing lots of different sports, but that you had the feeling inside of you to sit down and be like, no, for real. This is exactly where I see my future. So how did they help you plot it out and get good from there? Yeah,
I mean, my dad was my trainer. Like he started out and he still is to this day. So he's been my trainer for like whatever, how many years that is. But yeah, just working with him every day. He would get off work and we would just work in the backyard and just get up shots. And I would play with my brothers and stuff like that. And once I started really working with him and investing more time into it, I got kind of good. So
kind of good. Yes. So I was super lucky. I got to watch you play in person and it was the first USC game at UCLA and the game didn't exactly go how you wanted.
Yeah.
And in the first half, I was like, okay, this is my first look at JuJu. And then I saw something so special in the second half. There is something special competitively about you. Like I can see it and I felt it in you on how hard you were competing. Where does that come from? I felt it.
I don't know. Like playing with a team, that really just brings the best out of you. And I think that this team is so special that every time I step on the court, I just want to like give it my all and make sure that when it's all said and done, like we're happy about what we did and making sure that we left it all out on the court. So when you play for a coach and a team that you really love, they'll definitely bring the best out of you.
I know you kind of made some history and made some noise staying home to play at USC. People forget USC used to be really, really good back in the day. And I was at an NBA game recently visiting with one of my favorite players ever, Tina Thompson. Mm-hmm. And you have a good relationship with her. Yeah. What is it like how has she helped you and helped you understand like the legacy there at USC?
Yeah, Tina, I've known Tina for so long. She actually recruited me, which is a funny story, when she was at Virginia. So I've known her for a long time. She's from the city as well. So we've been connected for a while. But I think that when I finally made that decision, she just was really excited for me and always sharing words of encouragement. I would consider that like a big sister for me. So I'm grateful to have her in my life just to be able to call on her with any questions and stuff like that.
I know you're so young, but kind of what pride do you have that, like, this is kind of crazy, the level of people that are coming out to USC games, like Kevin Hart, all these celebrities. Russell Westbrook was at the game I was at, Candace Parker. What is it like to have kind of the eyes that are already on you at such an early age as a freshman?
Yeah, I mean, it's a blessing, honestly, that women's sports is finally getting the recognition that it deserves. And the fact that people are willing, like people with busy schedules who are doing so much, are willing to come down, watch a game and watch a women's basketball game. That says enough about how exciting the game is and how hard we play. So I'm just grateful to be in this space and time in women's basketball. And it's just going to keep getting better for SC and for women's basketball in general.
Okay, so how do you balance though? Like, all right, I'm in my pregame routine. I'm out here and I'm playing and I'm like super locked in and like, oh snap, like LeBron is here. Like, how do you balance that? Because I think I'd be freaking out.
Yeah, I definitely have my moments. I don't know. When it's a tough game though, you gotta lock in. Like, I don't really pay attention to it, but yeah, it's definitely tough. After you definitely feel like, oh my God, like that just happened and they're here. So it's crazy for sure.
How do you feel like you're built to handle the scrutiny and pressure that kind of comes along with, you've had a lot of awards, 2-time National Gatorade National Player of the Year, all the stuff that's coming. How are you kind of built to handle all this?
Yeah, I mean, there's ups and downs to everything. And I've always been taught to keep a level head and not really pay attention to everything going on around me. Of course, I'm grateful for all the accolades I've received and stuff like that. And there's also negatives that come with that as well, being in that type of consideration and kind of spotlight. So I'm aware of it all. And I think just taking it one day at a time and having my coach and teammates to rely on it when things get rough has really helped me a lot.
I'm having a little moment of irritation recently. So I did a game South Carolina at LSU. And, sometimes you go in and you look at the comments and stuff on Instagram or whatever. And I'm like, these are like grown folks and adults out here talking smack about 18 and 19-year-old women. Like, I'm kind of in my feelings about it a little bit. Are you ever like, yo, you're an adult saying this kind of stuff?
Honestly, social media is undefeated. So you can't win that battle at all. You can't win that battle. A bunch of trolls on the internet. So honestly, all you can do is laugh about it.
You just laugh. Okay, that's good advice. But I get mad for other people. Like I'm all ready to go to fight for Angel Reese. I'm like, y'all better stop talking about, I get so mad. But okay, you probably have a better attitude of just laugh about it instead of get all upset.
All you can do, trust, is all you can do.
Can we talk about some skill set on the floor? Because some of the things that I felt really, like when I watched you play in person, the thing I was really impressed with, like there's a step back. Like you're able to gain space and shooting on the floor. Keys to the step back. Why are you good at it?
It plays a lot into like my length. I think that being able to just, because usually people guarding me aren't as tall or athletic, I guess. So just having that kind of advantage. And yeah, that's really all I can say about that. Footwork, of course, but probably length.
Probably your length. And then how about your handle? I think you've got a pretty good handle for someone as tall as you are with your length.
Thank you. Yeah. I always work on handle. That's one of the main things I work on. Like for me personally, it does not come easy. Like you kind of get a lot of reps at that. So I would say I take pride in that, just always working on it.
Okay. I watch Chelsea Gray warm up before every WNBA game I cover with her, and her routine is like insane. Her handle routine is so good. Hers and Enrique. Enrique's got a tight one too.
Yeah, Enrique. I love Enrique too. Yeah, they're so tough with the rock.
They're tough. Are you a basketball junkie? Like, is there anybody that you watch that you're just like, oh, I love this person's game?
My cousin, actually, we watch Michael Jordan a lot. I love Michael Jordan and his mid-range game. Big fan.
Oh, I love that. My son is named after Michael Jordan. That's just a mic drop there. I love it.
Did you name him Michael Jordan or just Michael?
His name is Mykailyn Jordan Rowe.
That's tough. That's tough.
Yeah, I'm an OG diehard. Love Michael Jordan with my whole heart.
That's
so
cute. That's a good play on that. That's tough.
The one part of your story that I'm kind of intrigued by is, we start hearing about you more like in 2020 and you kind of blow up national, Sports Illustrated, all this stuff. And everybody kind of thought, oh, she's a Sierra Canyon, where all the celebrities go, like Bronny's in your classes, stuff like that. But you grew up in Watts and, you're part of a family that had social change and social justice at their heart. Tell me who the real JuJu is, like how you grew up instead of like what people think it might be with all the celebrities and hype.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up in Watts, and fortunately, I have such a big family. So, Watts can be a dangerous neighborhood, but unfortunately for me, I was very sheltered. But yeah, I guess for people who don't know, I'm from the inner city, from LA, homegrown.
Your great-grandpa, your grandpa, they were activists there, right?
Yeah, they were activists. My grandfather still runs WSCAC, which is still like a relief program in Watts and providing housing and assistance for people in the community who need it. I grew up always around WSCAC. I would take summer jobs there just for fun when I was young. But yeah, I love that place, love my city, and that's one of the main reasons why I decided to stay home, just to continue the legacy that my family has here in LA, and I guess have a different aspect of it on the court.
That's beautiful. My grandpa served a church mission in Watts back in the 50s. So who knows? Maybe my grandpa and your grandpa ran into each other somewhere.
Yeah, maybe.
I know. I'm like, that is so cool because, very few people, I'm from Utah, very few people moved to Watts to do service and community work. But my grandfather did. So I think it's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Okay, so couple of last questions here for you. I'm really curious about who you love. Lindsay Gottlieb, your head coach there at USC, had a cute quote. She's like, she's your favorite basketball player's favorite player. So who do you watch that, like right now in women's college basketball, that you're like, no, she's tough. This is my favorite player I like to watch.
I have a bunch, honestly. Of course, Caitlin. She's tough. Caitlin. Let me think. Frida from Colorado, big fan of hers. Who else? Oh, Alyssa Peely. Oh my God, bro. She's so I think she's my favorite player. I'm not gonna lie. She's super cool.
I actually watched your game at Utah and she had like 37 or something. Like that was a tough game. But you competed hard. I
tried, but it was a tough one. It was a tough one for us for sure.
Yeah, her footwork blows me away.
I would say Peely's my favorite player. For sure. She's so effortless. She has the whole bag. So yeah, she's definitely amazing to watch.
Yeah, I can't wait to see how she'll translate at the WNBA level. Like I think she's gonna be like kind of unguardable. It's gonna be interesting.
She's so like underrated. She's underrated. Like,
all right. I know you've got a lot of fun endorsements and you're working on business stuff. How do you balance, like it's a different era. You got to kind of be like a business person and a player right now. How do you balance all that?
It's tough. I mean, it's like student business, like Zoom, stuff like that. It's crazy, but I mean, it's a blessing as well. So just taking it one day at a time.
Okay, cool. And then, I've read a lot about fashion. So tell me about when you're like getting ready to get your fit for the game, and how do you balance like, okay, I'm just trying to wear my Trojan stuff, or, I'm a Nike athlete. Like, how do you figure out what the look's going to be?
I don't know. It depends on the mood. Most of the time now, though, after practice and stuff, I'm tired and like I just feel like putting on a sweatsuit. So that's mainly what I've been wearing. I'm not gonna lie, but when I want to switch it up, I wear some fancy shoes and like some jeans or something. Nothing too crazy. What's
your version of fancy shoes? Are they like sneakers or heels or boot? Like what's?
Oh, no heels. I can't do heels.
All the top brands and all the top designers are doing sneakers now instead of just nice shoes. It's interesting how they've gotten into that game a little bit.
Yeah, sneakers are the nice shoes now, I guess.
This program, USC, hasn't been to a Sweet 16 in like 30 years. You weren't even born yet. Tell me, what's it going to take? Like, what are you guys starting to build together right now that will take for you to be special in March?
Yeah, I think just a resilient mindset. I think that we've experienced ups and downs already, and we're barely halfway through. So just making sure that we're prepared for everything that's gonna come, and just making sure that we're, coming out on top of all the adversity that we're gonna face. So I think that's key for us.
Keep rolling. I didn't want to believe all the hype, and then I watched you play in person, and I saw the competitive spirit. I see it, and it is something special. So best wishes to you, and I just hope you keep growing from here, and it is everything you want it to be.
I appreciate that. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, JuJu.